Hi guys. Okay, so I told you that I was going to do a cool something or other with this shims that you use for carpentry. You find them in the, I don't know, wood department. They're super cheap. I saw them one day and I'm like, I want to do something with those. So I just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and I stacked them up. And all the bigger side, smaller side, I kind of kept that the same. I did not keep it straight, as you will learn. Nothing I do is straight, which is perfecting the imperfection. And then I just used wood glue. Did this, and if I remember, I made these like a year ago. I put something hard on them overnight to let them dry. And I have this. So we're going to embellish this somehow, because that kind of hangs up, but I'm going to go with it. Anyway, so let's go for it and see what we can come up with today. I have a couple ideas, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, and then I'll time-lapse the next one, so you can watch that one too. So I was thinking about something that I'd like in my house where I remember every day, kind of to remind myself little things. Like I just like to put up little notes or something meaningful. So what I want to do is make something bright and cheery that reminds me that every day is a choice. You can wake up and be grumpy, or you can wake up and choose joy. Now earlier, a lot of you said you don't like your handwriting, so I just went ahead and kind of cut these out of paper, and this says joy. You can also use stamps, which I'm going to use in this lesson as well. But I think in the next one, I will show you how to do it maybe without doing your handwriting at all. But don't be afraid of trying your handwriting. I mean, it is part of you, and this is your artwork. So what I did with this is I just did a wash. And I watered down some blue and gray and just put it on here. It has no gesso or anything. I didn't spray it with anything, so it's pretty natural, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep it like that. So I really love this blue, so I wanted to kind of go with it to be the sky theme. So what makes me really happy is the sun. So I'm going to do my take of the sun. And again, I'm going to go along with the theme today that I'm using, Elmer's glue. What the heck, I'm just going to keep going with it. So I'm going to, this is going to be strange because I have a lot of these, you can't see them, rays of sun over here, and I'm trying to think of how I can go fast with it. So I'm going to try. I don't know if you saw my video yesterday where I worked on wood. It was the time-lapse one. It really sucks up a lot of glue. So I almost would maybe recommend doing a clear spray over it. I'm not sure. I'm going to dabble with it. I'll get back to it and let you know. But then I'm just going to lightly go ahead and I'm not going to center my sun. I do want it kind of off a little bit, but I want the rays underneath it. So I'm not going to glue this yet. I'm just going to kind of hold it. And I'm just going to start kind of putting my rays down here so I can just kind of see where I want them to go. So there we kind of have an idea where we want them to go and how far we want them out. Now at the end, you can always cut strips off, so I don't worry too much about it. And when they're wet, they actually rip off nice and easy anyway, so. Yeah, it's taking a lot of glue. That's okay, we have a lot. Remember, I said we have like 25 bottles, so. You know what, have fun with it. What the heck, why not do this? Ooh, this is what is kind of fun about these bottles of glue. Oh, that is beautiful, see? Look at how much fun this is. Should have kept that. That kind of gave me an idea. I am going to try, when this is completely dry, I am going to try doing that on top. Just fun. You saw how cool that was and what a cool design that made. I'm going to do that when this is completely dry. Again, except I am going to sprinkle it with some glitter. Maybe some like really fine glitter. I think that's what I'll do. Oh, this is fun. Now look at imperfect. You don't have to worry about them being completely perfect. All I did here is I took some yellow scrapbook paper which I know a lot of you have said, I have a ton of scrapbook paper and I don't know what to do with it. Chop it up, cut it up. Not perfectly either, because you don't want it to look like it came from a machine. You want it to look like it came from you. And I'm pretty sure if you're perfect, you're not following me. Oh my gosh, did I do that? Like, just right? Almost like I had that planned. I did kind of, but not really. Alright, so we got those on there, and because of video, and I'm trying to make my videos faster, but I didn't do it absolutely perfect, but hey, that's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm not really sure where to cut this. Like I said before, I didn't want to center it on here, and I didn't want the whole sun. So I'm just going to lay it on here, and I'm going to show you a little trick. Now you will find, if you went and got your shims and you're watching this, that, oh, look at, this is uneven a little bit. You're just going to have to go with it. Maybe you might have to put a little extra attention and love into pushing the bubbles out of, it's kind of annoying, pushing the bubbles out of that area. And you're going to see that. You might not see it on the video right now, but you will see it in the end product. It's kind of weird, but we're just going to have to go with it. What are you going to do? Alright, so remember how I said uneven? It's going to be when you get your paper wet and let it sit a little bit, totally saturated, really wet, it is going to rip a lot easier. And I'm going to kind of try to see if I can get that a little bit longer. It's got to sit a little bit. If I can get it to kind of rip along the edges where it's not going to be like totally perfect, like the wood is imperfectly. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like that. Yeah, so we're just gonna let that dry a little bit and come back and give it some more love in a little bit. But there is my sun, and that makes me really happy. So now we're gonna remind ourselves to choose joy, because like I said, every day we have a choice. Now, I wrote this, and some of you are gonna be like, she writes so easy. Takes a lot of practice, and you have to be okay with A, your handwriting, but remember, practice, you can always improve on your handwriting, and B, it's imperfect. And it's kind of like popcorn. When someone else makes popcorn, it tastes better. It's the same thing. Everyone's handwriting you think always looks better than yours, but do it in the next day. A lot of times, I'm not going to lie, a lot of times I will do something and I didn't love my handwriting, but I'll go back the next morning and like it, love it. I'm not going to center it. Now, I used my all-in-one. There's some black, which there's a little talk if we love this or if we don't love this. Some of my friends in the crafting community are talking about they don't like the all-in-one because it does this, right? It kind of blends when you get it wet. But I'm going to tell you, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I like it. Only because I like it messy. And I like things not to be perfect. And maybe you have to spend a little extra time and be a little careful, but I don't know, I kind of like the smudges. So you can see I wrote today I will, and then I used my all-in-one, and then I used my really fun gold little thing, marker I've been really in love with lately. So today I will, ... And I'm going to put joy down here at the bottom. And then I am going to write choose with stamps. Where, again, a lot of you can use the stamps completely if you want. On my next little snippet of video, I will show you how to, I'll show you. I don't love using stamps all the time because really I like to put my own little handwriting in there, but I have more practice. So don't be afraid to use stamps or a computer, or yeah, you can print stuff. Okay, this is kind of getting in my way here, so you know what? I'm going to make my Y wonky. I like to do wonky Y. Okay. What the heck? There. Okay, so as you can see, I need to outline that so it pops. It's really important to make your letters pop because this is like a really important piece of this art, right? The joy that you're going to choose. Now, another thing I want to be important is choose. And I kind of forgot about preparing for that before I turned on my camera, but it's okay. We're going to go with it. I think I have it. I am going to... So choose is also kind of another important thing, right? Because you have to choose it. You're going to choose joy. What the heck? Here we go. I just picked a light green, and I'm going to just go ahead and put some paint in here. Whoa, there goes my sun rays. I don't know if I like that. I might have did a little bit too much green. I don't know, maybe not. We'll go with it. What the heck? We'll go with it. Okay, so that's going to have to dry a little bit before I can stamp. So we're going to do choose. Now, it's pretty blue. So I think I'm going to take a stencil. I have my little honeycomb one here. And I think I'm just going to randomly, I'll take that green that I just used. And I'm going to pull out some of the pink. And I'm just going to randomly put this on here. Just kind of break up some of this blue. We'll see what happens. I love this honeycomb. Oh yeah, that's fun. Another fun thing I like to do, and maybe I'll do a little because I see a piece of it. Oh, look at that. It's kind of fun. I'm going to even it out. I might even, am I going to be a rebel and go over that? Things are getting wild up in here. Alright, there you go. Okay, there's that, and we'll maybe balance it. Do we want to go over the sun? I guess I did already, so I might as well again. And it's okay this is still wet while you're doing this. It's not a big deal. Remember the trick I told you the other day about flipping your stamp over once you use it to get all the goodness out of it? Here you go. Alright, I feel like I just want to smudge up some of these edges a little bit. So I'm gonna... Oops, got some fingerprints over here. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to go in with my all-in-one here and highlight a little bit because I am going to go with the It's Okay to Be Smudgy thing. And we're going to go with that. But I think, yeah, that's kind of going to give me trouble. This is that naughty corner here. This is a good time to tell you that if your paper rips when you're doing this paper piecing, so what? Rip it and glue it back down again. If you have a bubble and your paper's wet and you can still rip it, rip it. Glue it back down and go with it. I am going to wait until that is dry, and then I'm going to use my paint marker and I'm going to go along the outside because I want that to stand out. And so, is that dry enough? We'll see. You know what? I'm going to pause. I think I can pause it. Try that, and then I'm going to dry it and come back. Let's see. I don't know if I can pause it. Yeah, I'm just going to go with it. We'll see what's going to happen. Is that dry enough? No, it's not. Okay, yep, I'm going to pause it, and we'll come back. Stand by.